Are there any motions to take note of answers? Senator Dastyari.
Mr Deputy President, I rise to take note of answers to all questions asked by opposition senators.
Thank you.
Mr Deputy President, the Minister for Finance has audaciously rolled back the consumer protections contained in the Future of Financial Advice laws. And let's be clear about what's actually occurred. On the 26th of June 2014, the Corporations Amendment streamlining Future of Financial Advice regulation was signed by the Governor-General. But it was not until the 30th of June 2014, hours before it was to come into effect, that the regulation was registered on the Federal Register of Legislative Instruments. Once the regulation has been added to the register, it must be tabled in this Senate. Ordinarily, this would have happened yesterday, the first sitting of the Senate since registration. But as we've heard in this chamber and heard again today, it has not been tabled, and the government is afraid to tell us when it will be tabled. What does this mean? Even if a regulation is made and registered and comes into effect, until that regulation is tabled in this Senate, the chamber cannot have a debate about whether or not it should be allowed or should be disallowed. Mr. Deputy President, the executive's ability to make regulations is an important function of government, but so is the ability of this place to scrutinise these regulations. And in keeping with the Senate's responsibilities to monitor executive action and hold the government to account. Mr. Deputy President, yesterday in question time, I asked the still acting Assistant Treasurer, Senator Cormann, when he would table the regulation. Senator Cormann referred to a press release, not the regulation, but a press release, and told this chamber that this government will table these regulations consistent with the laws and consistent with usual practice. The Minister is determined to drag this process on FoFA out. Well, I say to the Minister, the time has come. Given the failure of the Minister to table the Corporations Amendment streamlining future financial advice regulations, I refer to Odger's Australian Senate practice, which says, it is not essential, however, that the regulation be provided by tabling by a Minister, because it can be tabled by any member or member of the government. Once an instrument has come into effect, it is open to any senator to seek to table it. And I note further, also from Odgers, and recorded in the journals of this Senate, that on the 24th of June 2009, an opposition senator, by leave, tabled ministerial directions, and the Senate leader may recall this, under the Building and Construction Industry Improvements Act in 2005. Which senator was this that took the unprecedented step of tabling a regulation that had come into effect? None other than Senator Abetz, who sits across from us today, now the Leader of Government in this place. Well, accordingly, Mr. Deputy President, I now seek leave, and the government has been forewarned of this. I seek leave to table the government's own regulation, the Corporations Amendment Streamlining Future of Financial Advice 2004.
Is leave granted?
I seek leave to table the government's own amendments, the Corporations Amendment Streamlining Future of Financial Advice Regulation 2014.
Leave has been sought. Is leave granted? Senator Abetz?
We'll consider the request in due course and get back to the honourable senator.
Leave is not granted. Senator Dastyari.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Senate leader, the leader of the government in the Senate, will not even allow leave to table their own regulations. Their own regulations. Senator Abetz, You stood up in this
Order.
chamber and made a speech.
Senator Dastyari, I'd like you to refer your remarks through the chair.
On the 24th of June in 2009, you yourself rose in this place, Senator Abetz, through the chair, and tabled ministerial directions. The fact that this is a government that is running so scared, so afraid, knows how horrible their own regulations are. They're not even prepared to table their own regulations is an indictment on this government, an indictment on these laws, and an indictment on your attempt to roll back FoFA.
Senator Smith.
Thank you very much.